Alright, our last ratio we're going to look at in Chapter 8 is the ratio created, the ratio is created by a right triangle here, ABC, the right angle at B, when we draw an altitude down from B. And so remember, an altitude is right angle, so what we're really looking at is the fact that when we draw that right angle, not only do we have the right triangle ABC, but I have that right triangle that fits right in there, and I also have this right triangle that fits right there. So I'm creating three right triangles. And what we're going to look at is these three right triangles are actually very similar to each other. And it's going to create some interesting ratios that we're going to use. And so let's first look at the similarity between blue and red. So if I take my blue triangle and I say that I have triangle A, B, C. Let's go ahead and talk about what this is similar to. So if I look over at what it's being similar to, I'm going to set up my red, and I can look at this and say, first off, well, angle C, the last angle, if I rotate this back in, X fits exactly right in there. So I know that X is going to be my last one. And then I also know that, okay, well, Y is my right angle, and so B is my right angle, so I know that it's going to match with that middle one. And then all that's left is Z. So ZYX is similar to ABC. And we got that from matching the angles, but because they're similar, we get through angle, we also know the proportions of the sides. So if I take some time and I write that out, I'll do the blue on top. I can say AB is going to be on the top portion, and then if I look back here, I have BC, and then my bookends AC. But remember, they're not equal. They are the tops of the ratios, the proportions, and I can match those to my red ones. And so AB matches with ZY. I know BC matches with YX. And I know that AC matches with ZX. Nothing interesting yet, but if I take this to what we really care about is we care about this entire right angle, right triangle. I don't care so much about these, I just care about the ratios that happens with this line. So if I take them all to that line, I see that, okay, well, yeah, AB is on that blue triangle. Then ZY, look at what ZY is on that blue triangle. It turns out to be BD. So I'm going to match that up with BD. Is going to be set equal to, well, BC is on that triangle over YX is from D to C. And then I have my final one, which is AC over ZX, which is AC ZX is BC. Now, what I want you guys to look at for a second is what's interesting in here. We have, if we don't look at this one, I have BC and BC. I have the same number, the same value that's going to be on the top of this numerator that's going to be in the bottom of that, just from our similar triangles. This is actually what we call a geometric mean. We're not going to get too far into that. That's what that's called. And that's what's interesting about this is just by creating the altitude, I create a geometric mean, allowing me to have less values to find each ratio I need. So let's look the other way. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to copy this. Copy this, go to the next page, and I'm going to paste it in. But now I'm going to look at the triangle of the green to my ABC. So if I look at the green, get that red out of there. If I look at the green, A matches up with that M perfectly. So I know it's going to be M. N is my right angle, so that's going to match with B. And then L is all I have left, so that'll match with C. So again, I can come over here and say AB, BC, and then AC, and then set it on my proportions that it's set to. I'm going to say they're equal, they're equal, they're equal, as long as the proportions are set up equally here. So we have MN is equal to BC is on the back side, and that's NL. AC is in bookends, and that's ML. So now let's go all the way to our right triangle, our blue right triangles. We have AB equals BC equals AC. But then let's look at what each of these are. So MN, if I put it right in there, is AD. BC, I'm sorry, NL is BB. And if you look at my ML is my AB. Look at where it is in this one. We still have that geometric mean. Now, if we get rid of this, our geometric mean is right here. Very cool. All right, so now we have two ratios. But what I want to look at next, so I can keep going before time runs out, is what happens when we take this over here. If this red triangle is similar to the blue triangle, and the blue triangle is similar to the green triangle, well, what I could do is I could get rid of that blue triangle altogether, and I could take this, move it there, and say that they're similar to each other. So let's set this up, and let's say here that I have ZY is going to be equal to MN, which also means our over MN is going to be equal to YX over NL, which is going to be equal to, what am I looking for? My bookend. So I have ZX over ML. And so we can come in here, we can break it apart, and I can say that, well, ZY is BD, and MN is AD, over YX, which is CD, over NL, which is my BD as well. And then my ZX, which is BC, over my ML, which is my AB. So again, I don't care too much about this one because here is my geometric. So, what does that mean for us? Why do we care? And why we care is simply just because simply by dropping an altitude and creating a right angle, we create three similar triangles. But beyond that, we create equations to allow us to simply break up each side length. We don't have to look at all the ratios. If I just have three values, I could probably find the rest of the values of the triangle. So that's why we care. So let's look at what these really are. So on my triangle, again, I don't care about the green anymore. We're only going to go with the blue. But what if we recall, this is called the altitude. This is called the hypotenuse. This is going to be a leg. I'm going to go ahead and call this the long leg, making this the short leg. I'm going to call this the long portion, meaning the long portion of the hypotenuse. It's always going to be the hypotenuse right there, making this the short portion. So what we use and what we create is we can now look at these ratios amongst these things. So let's go back and let's look at our first one. If we come all the way back here, we have BC over DC equals AC over BC. So we have BC, which is my BC over CD equals AC over BC. And so when I can actually do is I can take that, and when I cross multiply, I end up getting BC squared, the short leg squared, is equal to the portion of the hypotenuse next to that leg times the entire hypotenuse. But if we look at the next one, they're very similar, because if we look at that next one, I have AB over AD. So I have AB over BD equals, not BD, sorry, I went too far, over AD. over AD equals AB over AD equals should really thought about this, equals AC over AB. AC over AB. Again, if I cross multiply this, I get that AB squared equals AD times AC, or the leg squared equals the portion next to the leg times the entire hypotenuse. So I even really don't need long and short. I just need to know that whatever leg I'm squaring, it's going to be multiplied by the portion right next to that. And we'll look at that here in 1 second and simplify that. We can keep going, and let's look at this last one. This last one has the two triangles together. It has BD over AD equals CD over BD. So I have that I have BD over CD equals AD over BD. So when I cross multiply, look what's being squared now. It's that altitude. That altitude is being squared. But now I'm no longer multiplying the hypotenuse, I'm multiplying the portions of the hypotenuse together. So we get these three equations. Two of them are actually the same thing. These are the same. Just the leg squared equals the portion of the leg times the entire hypotenuse. And so if you're watching this video and you want some notes, these are the key notes here. We have two theorems that we're going to use. We don't have to go to the ratios. We don't have to do anything. We just know that by dropping an altitude that cuts the hypotenuse in some way, we can create these equations. The first one is called the hockey stick theorem. So I have it written here that a leg squared is equal to the adjacent portion. Adjacent means next to. So this leg squared is equal to the adjacent portion x times the entire one. Notice how the hypotenuse b is in both of those. And it's called a hockey stick theorem. And let's see if I can't show you guys why without running out of time. If I have my highlighter, the hockey stick theorem kind of says, okay, well, let's take this, and let's go the entire length, and whip around, get the hypotenuse, and we go up there. It kind of looks like a hockey stick in a way. I don't know, it's just how we memorize it. But then we also have the heartbeat theorem, the altitude squared now, and so this is why it's that heartbeat. This one makes a little bit more sense. You take the y, and you square both those, because you go up and down, and then you take that length there. But the altitude squared is equal to the product of the portions of the hypotenuse. So the portion of the hypotenuse. If you're into watching this video and into taking notes at all, what I might suggest is to take a screenshot of this or write everything down, pause this video, do this. Because again, remember, it's open notes. And so when you have this, you can use these values to find what you need to know. You don't need to know all of these, how we find the ratios over there. You already know how to do that. I'm more worried about this section over here. So these are the notes that you guys are going to follow for the homework. You guys are really just going to be using these equations to answer problems. Don't forget to undo the squared. You have to do the square root. And you do that first before you undo multiply stuff. Follow PEMDAS, work with all those examples. I will also attach the book that gives you some help with examples in those. So thank you. I know this is a little bit longer video, all very nice stuff, and I'll make that nice and neat for the end. And I hope you guys are doing well, and I will talk to you soon.